I've got you under my skin. I've got you deep in the heart of me, so deep in my heart that you're really a part of me. I've got you under my skin. I tried so not to give in. I said to myself, this affair never will go so well. But why should I try to resist when, baby, I know so well I've got you under my skin. I'd sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of having you near, in spite of a warning voice that comes in the night and repeats in my ear. Don't you know, little fool, you never can win. Use your mentality, wake up to reality. But each time that I do, just the thought of you makes me stop before I begin. 'Cause I've got you under my skin.
You must remember this. A kiss is just a kiss. A sigh is just a sigh. The fundamental things apply as time goes by.
Families, friends, faculty, and graduates, welcome to the Riverside Poly High School commencement ceremony for the class of 2024. I'm Isabel Irungaray, and I am blessed to serve as the Associated Student Body President and your MC tonight. Before we begin, please join me in thanking the Riverside Poly Band under the direction of Mrs. Arwen Hernandez for the playing of Pomp and Circumstance as our graduates entered the stadium. Audience, please stand and remain standing for the presentation of colors by the Riverside Poly ROTC under the direction of Major Joe Dominguez and Sergeant First Class Victor Napolis. This will be followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem by the Riverside Poly Chamber Singers and Bella Voce, led by Miss Kristen Walton. seated. Now we will enjoy a performance of In My Life by the Chamber Singers and Choir Seniors, one of Poly's many long-standing traditions as our senior song.
Places I remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better, some have gone and some remain.
All these places have their moments with lovers and friends. I still can recall some are dead and some are living.
In my life, I love them all.
Thank you, Poly Choir. I would like to bring your attention to the program for special recognition of our wonderful students, including Latin Honors, Biliteracy Seal Awards, and Golden State Seal recipients. Let's give all of our hardworking students, including our dual language immersion graduates, a round of applause. I would like to thank all educators who have helped us and other students on our journey. All of our accomplishments are influenced by our surroundings, and teachers are vital to our growth. We would be remiss if we didn't take a moment to remember a beloved teacher we lost just earlier this year, Miss Kayleen Rahman. She was everyone's favorite math teacher, the best listener, and an absolute girl boss. While I wish I could take one more picture and absorb some of her heartfelt advice, I know she is here with us today. She is cheering us on, proud of all our achievements, and loving us from afar. Now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please welcome Mr. Daryl Hanson for his address.
Well said. Good evening, family, friends, most importantly, the class of 2024, and welcome to the Riverside Polytechnic High School graduation ceremony. I'd like to take a moment to introduce our special guests that have joined us this evening. First, from the Riverside Unified School District Board of Education, a former Poly Bear, Mr. Brent Lee. And our very own Superintendent of Schools from the Riverside Unified School District, Miss Renee Hill. We also have in fact, we have all of our feeder school principals have joined us tonight to help us celebrate this evening. Graduates, when I call the school's name, if you attended that school, would you please stand and be recognized? First, from Alcott Elementary School, Principal Terry McAndrew. From Bryant Elementary School, Principal Natanya Johnson. Castleview Elementary School, and Principal Dr. Ambra Dodds. How about Magnolia Elementary School and Principal Nichelle Gore? Pachapa Elementary School and Principal Jackie Vaca. And Victoria Elementary School and Principal Jennifer Jackson. Now our middle schools. How about Central Middle School and Principal Shawnee Dahl? And finally, Gage Middle School and Principal Dr. Lisa Kells. Did I miss Washington? Oh, I missed Washington. Washington. What? Lisa. I missed one. Washington Elementary and Principal Lisa Gonzalez. I'm so sorry about that. All right. Thank you, students, and thank you, principals, for coming out and celebrating with us tonight. One final group I'd like to recognize are those that have made the decision to enlist in one of the branches of the United States Armed Forces. We applaud you for making the decision to help defend the freedom that comes with living in this great country. If you have decided to enter into one of the military branches, please stand and be recognized. And audience, if you're a current or former veteran, please stand and be recognized. A couple thank yous to our JRTC and our presentation of colors under the direction of Major Joe Dominguez and Sergeant First Class Victor Annapolis. To our wonderful band under the direction of Arwin Hernandez. To our amazing choir under the direction of Miss Kristen Walton. Great job to all of you. And a big thank you to our activities director, Vanessa Dowdy, and senior class advisors, Lupe Avila and Reina Mejia Ruidiaz. If it wasn't for these three, I would have had to have organized this tonight, and it would have been bad. To my administration team, teachers, and classified staff, thank you for all that you've done to help get us to this moment. To our Poly parents, guardians, and family members, thank you for choosing Riverside Poly High School and being part of our family. Finally, to all our Poly students, thank you for being the most important part of Bear Country. Our school is only as great as the students that come through our doors, and you've made it the greatest school around. Now, to the class of 2024. For the past 4 years, you have talked about, read, discussed, and learned about the tenets behind pride. These 5 simple words embody what we hope you leave us with as you start your journey into this world. So quickly, I wanted to just take one quick look back at the 5 of them. In looking at passion, whatever you choose to do in your life, do it with passion. You can truly find happiness when you do what you love, because then you truly love what you do. Find the passion in your dreams and go chase them. Respect. Never forget that one of the greatest ways to show respect for others is to listen to them. And there is a big difference between hearing and listening. Don't just hear what others have to say. Learn to listen to others. That truly is the sign of respect. Integrity. My favorite poem is by Dale Widdenborough. It's titled The Guy in the Glass. It hangs in my office. Some of you have been in my office enough times, you may have seen it. This poem is about being true to yourself. When you look in the mirror, the person looking back at you will always be honest to you. True integrity means you never cheat the guy in the glass. Never forget that. Determination. Whatever you choose to do, never give up. Remember, Thomas Edison was once told he was incapable of learning. Walt Disney was fired from a job and told he lacked imagination. And Abraham Lincoln lost his first 5 elections and didn't win his first election until the presidency. Think of what the world would have been like if people like this had given up. Have the determination to get through things and see things to the end. And extraordinary. The world needs you to be different. Be bold. Stand out in the crowd. Be the person you dream of being. You are the best you there is. Be extraordinary and never forget that. Class of 2024, you are the 135th graduating class from Riverside Poly High School. Everywhere you go, make us all proud. Remember, you're special. You are from Bear Country, and you will forever be a Riverside Poly Bear. Class of 2024, congratulations, thank you, and have a great evening.
Thank you, Mr. Hanson. Now, please welcome Mr. Brent Lee, member of the RUSD board for the past 15 years.
All right. Good evening, Riverside Poly class of 2024. It's good to be home at Poly. Well, I guess we're not technically at Poly, but you get the point. When I learned I'd be the board member to address you all this evening, I was pretty excited. Because it was 25 years ago this year, I was sitting where you were all sitting, wearing my cap and gown, waiting for the speakers to share their thoughts and reflections, to wait and hear my name called so I could come up and receive my diploma, or at least the folder that my diploma would come in. So to be here to address you all for a few minutes 25 years later is pretty special. So after I got over the excitement of joining you all, I had to decide what I was going to say. First, I tried to remember who spoke at my graduation back in 1999. And this may come as a surprise to you, but I couldn't remember who that person was or what they said. And since I couldn't remember, I'm going to guess you probably won't remember who spoke at your graduation. So what do I have to lose? So with this in mind, I thought I would approach this preparation of my remarks the same way I often prepared as a student at Poly. So I waited until about 10 p.m. last night to get started, and I finished my edits as I pulled up in my car this afternoon. So here goes. When Riversiders talk about Poly, they talk about tradition, the generations of family members that attended Poly before them. They share that their parents went to Poly, that their grandparents went to Poly, maybe even their great-grandparents attended Poly when it was at RCC. My family moved here when I was just 3, so I don't have the Riverside roots that many of you may have. And while my Poly roots might not run wide, they do run deep. The teachers that inspired me, the lessons that I learned, and the relationships that I built anchored me to this city and allowed me to thrive. I had some extraordinary teachers, and I want to talk about a few of them today. Mr. Ayers, he taught me how to write. He also taught me a much more important lesson, that of accountability. I remember struggling through his class through winter break, and he had given us assignment to read and analyze a text and complete a paper by the time we returned. So I finished reading, but I didn't finish writing. I assumed you would give us more time. I mean, it was Christmas break after all. So I turned in the assignment, and probably to nobody's surprise here, I failed. He pulled me aside and said, "Brent, this is some of the best work I've seen you write. Unfortunately, I can't give you any credit because you missed the deadline." I ended up with a D that semester, and I had to retake that course at RCC over the summer. What I understand now that I couldn't understand then was that I was responsible for the choices that I make, and that choices have consequences. Thank you, Mr. Ayers, who retired a few years ago, for giving me the skills to write well that I use almost every day, and the lesson of personal accountability that I pass on to anyone willing to listen. Mr. Orvitz, not only did he teach me calculus, he taught me about patience. Calculus didn't come naturally to me. Mr. Orvitz would keep his classroom open at lunch and after school and go over the lesson again and again to make sure I did not fall behind. His willingness to invest time in me allowed me the opportunity later to pursue a degree in economics and later my MBA from UCR. He made math approachable, and he encouraged me to be patient. Thank you, Mr. Orovitz, for being patient with a stubborn high school kid. Senora Soliman, I see you. Ms. Galvez, when I was at Poly High School, she impacted the person that I am today. She made Spanish fun, even if she was yelling at you in Spanish. She encouraged you to get out of your comfort zone because that is where the growth starts to happen. I still remember one assignment where we had to film music videos in Spanish. No way was I going to sing in Spanish on film and present that to my classmates. Well, she made me do it. And I can still sing that 1996 hit song Peaches by the President of the United States of America in Spanish to this day. Thank you, Senora Soliman, for forcing this serious kid out of his comfort zone and instilling self-confidence that I can use right now, speaking to thousands of you here today. Great educators make big impacts on the high school experience, and I am grateful in the educators that invested in me as a Poly student. Great friends and classmates also provide for an impactful, memorable, and meaningful experience at school. I know it did for me. I still have a good handful of friends from Poly that I get to experience life with almost every day. My friend Justin is my trainer and keeps me healthy at the gym, and our daughters swim together at Schammel Park. My friend Miles has worked with me at my business for over 20 years. My friend Brad is a doctor in Orange County, and he never tires of my texts asking about medical-related questions about my family and my kids. Ben and Allison, whose twins are graduating here this evening, have supported me in my business, helped navigate me with legal challenges, and our daughters attend Washington as dual language students and swim together at Schammel Park. My friends Matt and Jennifer and I reconnected and brought together a committed group of young professionals, and together with about a dozen others, some here this evening, founded the PIT group of young professionals here in Riverside 16 years ago. This group of young people became my support system to grow professionally and engage civically, and they pushed me to run for the Board of Education in 2013. I am grateful for the friends that I met at Poly 25 years ago, and I'm grateful for my friends today. Poly is also responsible for the greatest relationship I have in my life. I met Anna Yeager in European history class. We ended up dating our junior and senior years, going to college together at the University of San Diego, because it was the only school I got into and the one that offered her the most money. And then later got married in 2008. Now we have 3 kids together, and our oldest will be a Poly Bear in just 2 years. So while I can't say my parents went to Poly, my kids will be able to say their parents went to Poly. Our family roots are going wider and deeper in this community. Thank you to Poly High School. Thank you. You understand now that Poly High School has been an integral part of my life, and I'm grateful for it. I share my story today because you are all now part of what makes Poly High School special. The educators, the people, the friends that you have met and made over the last 4 years are what makes Riverside a remarkable place to live, to attend school, to build a career, to raise a family, and to serve the community. Class of 2024, I am certain that each of you have had some extraordinary educators during your time here at Poly like I did. Before you head off to whatever it is that is next in your life, make sure you share with those educators your gratitude and the impact they had on you. I am certain they will appreciate it. You may not realize the complete value they brought to you in the classroom until years later, when maybe you're off at college, serving in the military, working at your job, or taking care of your family. But I can assure you the value they have added in your life goes beyond the subjects they taught you in class. I also encourage you to stay in contact and continue to build relationships you have created over the last 4 years with not only your friends, but your classmates and your teammates. This world is a small place, and your paths will cross in the most unlikely places with the most unlikely people. Stay connected, support one another like my friends did for me. So whether you are a first-generation Riversider or your family has been here since Riverside was founded, you all have roots in the city, and you are all now Riverside Poly High School alumni. So on behalf of the Riverside Unified School District and the Board of Education, congratulations, Class of 2024.
Thank you, Mr. Lee. We now have the pleasure of hearing from our hardworking, mock trial championing, and dedicated senior class president, Choral Rivera.
Good evening, Poly families, esteemed faculty, friends, and above all, the very special class of 2024. My name is Choral Rivera, and this year I had the honor and privilege to serve as a class president for the graduating class of 2024. These last 4 years have gone by faster than a blink of an eye. From lying in bed while attending our online classes freshman year, to wearing masks our sophomore year, a semi-normal junior year, and finally, a jam-packed, nostalgic senior year. All leading up to this very moment right here. Seniors, take a look around. We did it. We were once little kids wishing we were cool teenagers, but now we are those cool teenagers. A moment we have anticipated for longer than we can remember. We're now ready to go off into the world and continue our paths, inspiring others and creating impactful legacies. As our time at Poly comes to an end, I'd like to thank those who have supported the graduating class to get to this point. Families, teachers, administrators, staff, and for me personally, the large charge lemonades I had to get through senior year. For the record, I stopped taking them because Mr. Booth says they're bad for me. Our hard work and determination for the last 13 years is being commemorated tonight as we walk the stage cheered on by our friends and family. I'm beyond ecstatic to highlight the excellence that the class of 2024 has accomplished. This year, more than ever, we have shown our ability to adapt and remain empowered through difficult times, even through the 2 lunches and countless different schedules. On a more serious note, earlier this year, we received news that one of our very beloved and funny teachers, Miss Kayleen Rahman, suddenly passed away. After building a fond connection with her students, it felt unreal that she wasn't going to be in her classroom, waiting for us to go and talk to her about countless topics. She embodied resilience. I hope you shine brighter than ever, Miss Rahman. We love you. As a first-generation graduate, I'd like to transition into incorporating Spanish into my speech as a tribute to all the Hispanic families here today. Es un honor estar aquí enfrente de todos mis compañeros listos para graduarnos y seguir al próximo capítulo de nuestras vidas. Todo fue posible por el sacrificio y esfuerzo que hicieron nuestros padres para apoyarnos con nuestros estudios. Como mi papá y mi mamá siempre me dicen, nosotros somos el resultado de todo el sacrificio. Hay que seguir trabajando duro y ponernos las pilas para seguir adelante. Throughout our time at Poly, we have walked down the same halls, gone to the same football games, and had the same classes. But it's likely that you're seeing new faces tonight. But that's what makes Poly, Poly. As I stand here today, I admire the diversity within our class. Poly has built a campus with room for everyone to grow and find a sense of place. Each one of us sitting here today has had a notably different experience, but a common goal: to find success in life and flourish into astounding individuals. The doors to new beginnings open as we step into the world filled with unlimited opportunities, new people to discover, memories to be made, and love to be spread. The fun moments we had at Poly that made it feel like High School Musical will become long-lasting memories. And getting second place on our senior homecoming float, staying up all night to study for that hard math test, crying over a crush won't matter after tonight. Regardless of your role at Poly, we are all sitting here today with a shared sense of accomplishment, about to throw our caps up in the air and step into a new reality of independence and individuality. Congratulations, class of 2024. I love you. Even if you don't know me, I know you because I know love and you are all full of it. I'm so proud of us for arriving at the destination we've dreamt of. So much more to come for each and every one of us. And remember, it's time for us to lock in, get our bag up, stay lit, and wherever you are, it's a great day to be a bear. Thank you.
Thank you, Carol. Before I pass it off to 3 additional students selected to speak to the class, I would like to share that I am so proud to be a Poly Bear. If there is one defining characteristic of our senior class, it is empathy. I've observed you truly seeing each other, caring, helping, and supporting your fellow students. There have been great examples of inclusion, friendship, and kindness on our campus. I hope that you will take that with you and spread it wherever you go. Keep seeing each other. Now, we're going to hear from our first speaker, our favorite choir and theater performer, Nicholas Flores.
Good evening, class, family, and friends. Dolly Parton once said, "The way I see it, if you want the rainbow, you gotta put up with the storm." Now, this especially applies to the last 4 years of high school. There have been plenty of storms throughout high school, some more treacherous than others. We've weathered AP tests, navigated friendships, figured out how to balance busy schedules, college applications, and survived Senora Solomon's music video. But one of the biggest storms we've weathered was the pandemic. I mean, who could forget starting high school as bubbles on a screen, only getting to know each other through our Among Us usernames and social media handles, to later that year, meet in person, socially distanced, of course. It wasn't always easy, but we survived and have been able to find the rainbows throughout the storm. As we navigated the new restrictions, we became accustomed to outdoor performances and dances. We found the silver lining in getting together at sporting events, and even our daily encouragement from Papa Bear. Our biggest rainbow, though, was our diploma, and setting out on the path of achieving our dreams after graduation. This is especially true for me. This speech is usually presented by the most successful people in our graduating class, who have a list a mile long of the academic achievements as proof of the storms they've weathered. I don't have those. I struggled in high school. I struggled to figure out my learning styles and strengths. In fact, if it wasn't for credit recovery, Mr. Schulte, and of course, my mother, I wouldn't be here today. My storms were the failure after failure notices I received in the mail. My rainbow, however, has been the opportunity to perform and sing. It truly saved me. I was lucky enough to have counselors, VAPA teachers, and administrators in my corner who valued that as one of my strengths and consistently encouraged it to be the drive for my academics. I'm telling you this to help you see that high school is not a one-size-fits-all, and for that matter, neither is success. I've learned that just because my path and timeline might not look the same as other people's, it doesn't mean it won't lead to success or it has any less value. In fact, failure is the mother of success, and sometimes our rainbows come in the form of failures. So stop comparing yourselves to others and feeling like you're behind. Everyone is feeling the same way, even if they aren't posting it on social media. One thing that has helped me succeed is that through it all, I have always been my most authentic self and shown that I wasn't afraid to be judged by the people around me. I learned by being my most authentic self, people I surrounded myself with valued me more, supported me more, and loved me more. The key to being authentic is confidence, even if it is confidently not knowing what you're doing. No one wants to see you struggle, and if they do, you don't want them in your life anyway. Surround yourself with people who not only have the same goals as you, but who want you to succeed just as much as they do. Then reciprocate their support by inspiring confidence in them. We all have something great to offer this world. So be authentic about who you are and confident about what you have to offer. The last thing I've learned through my storms of high school is that kindness is everything. Choosing kindness shows integrity. Allowing others grace when they make a mistake, not always having to be the best, and choosing to see the good in people are all ways that will bring you happiness and consistently attract positivity in your life. Kindness is a choice, but doing the right thing is never wrong. So, shout out to everyone who is still figuring themselves out. They're the real silver linings in this storm. Shout out to all of those who haven't been afraid to walk their own path. We've all succeeded in getting here today. As a class, we have seen many walk out those gates and make an impact on the world. I mean, we had the Cheryl Miller, who went on to join the College Basketball Hall of Fame. Austin Barnes, who went on to play for the Dodgers. We literally had the damn Daniel go to our school. I hope we are all walking out of these gates to be someone who can make our Poly Hall of Fame and change the world. Through all these storms, my rainbow is that I now realize growing up doesn't mean you have to know everything. Experiencing life, learning who you are, and allowing yourself to make mistakes is all a part of the path to becoming the successful person you are meant to be. I can without a doubt say that the last 4 years of my life have been some of the most incredible and insane experiences all in one. I will never forget the opportunities that have been given to me here or the graces that have been given. And I can for one say that I am proud to forever and always be a Poly Bear. So, signing off, one last time, this is Nicholas Flores. Go Bears!
Next, please welcome softball star and former RUSD student board member, Karina Jaimes.
Good evening, esteemed faculty, family, friends, distinguished guests, and of course, the class of 2024. My name is Karina Jaimes. Now, for most of you, that name probably doesn't ring a bell, so allow me to reintroduce myself. Hi, I'm Coco. You know, it's funny. The adults in our lives warned us about how fast it would all go, but we didn't listen, did we? Now here we are, grown. Well, kind of. But let's be real, the path wasn't easy. High school, it's been a ride, with so many challenges, so many people, friends, wins, losses. And I don't know about you, but it feels like just a couple weeks ago, we were celebrating having a 2-week spring break. Now look at us, graduating. If you know me, you know that I've spent the last 2 years counting down the days until graduation and telling people that I can't wait to graduate, or I can't wait to move, or I'm so excited to leave. But I would be lying to you all if I stood up here and said that I have the same belief in those statements now as I did then. Because as I was writing this speech and reflecting on my high school journey, I found that the back of my mind is filled with regret. See, from a young age, my parents instilled in me the mindset that I have to sacrifice for my goals. You know, pretty good life advice, considering that that mindset is what's provided me with the opportunity to play Division I softball. So I want to make it clear that while I don't regret the things that I sacrificed to get where I am, I do regret the people that I sacrificed. The lack of friendships, or rather the lack of close friends, and the meaningful connections that I missed out on these last 4 years. See, I don't have many of the typical memories of high school like others do. Many of my memories consist of playing softball, going to school, and playing more softball. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't change what I sacrificed for what I got in return, but I spent so long chasing the awards and the recognition that if I could go back, I would cherish my relationships and the memories more. Because as our high school journey comes to an end, yes, we can be proud of our accomplishments and we can be proud of our trophies, but let me tell you what's truly important: healthy relationships. The trophy from winning a championship that seems priceless will only continue to collect dust as years pass. People won't remember what award you achieved or what title you got, because the value of those will fade as time passes. However, during the process of achieving those successes, there's something you'll learn the value of once it's gone. You learn that the memorable time spent rapping on a bus after a game, ball without you, or singing Sweet Caroline in the student section while we lose by 20, or just doing the things that only young, dumb high school kids like us would do. Those are the moments that we'll truly cherish forever. So remember to take time to enjoy the journey and not just the reward. As my speech comes to a close, I want to stress that graduation is not the end. I know high school is ending, which must mean it's the end of the world, right? Not even close. If we live till we're 7 years old, high school will only be less than 5% of our lives. Less than 5%. So no, it's not the end, but the beginning of a lifelong journey of new relationships, learning, and yes, mistakes. Lots of them. So don't shy away from failure, but embrace it, and most importantly, learn from it. As we step into adulthood, remember to strive each and every day to be a better version of yourself, and to be grateful not just for the highs in life, but the lows that shape us into who we are. Cherish your friendships and relationships, and let the people that you choose to surround yourself with be people who support your growth and not hinder it. So I'll leave you with this quote from poet Kid Cudi. Don't let the sadness from the past and fear of the future ruin the happiness in the present. I'll say that again and let it really sink in. Don't let the sadness of the past and fear of the future ruin the happiness in the present. Each and every one of us has a choice. So if you take anything away from this speech, let it be this: choose to make the rest of your life the best of your life. And don't let this 5% be the best that it gets. As we move on in life, remember to be a good person, make a difference in the world, don't follow the crowd, and most importantly, live for an audience of one. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2024.
Thank you, Coco. Finally, please welcome our last speaker, the most efficient guy I know, and my twin brother, Adam Irungaray.
Good evening, Poly students, staff, family, and lunch runners. And more importantly, what is up, class of 2024? I feel humbled and grateful for the opportunity I have to speak to you today from our rival school field, where we not only dominate, but also graduate. I apologize in advance if I get emotional, but in the words of Mr. Deanda, I will try to stay very strong. I'd like to begin by taking you all back to my junior year to share an experience that perfectly sums up what I've learned from my time at Poly High School. One Friday during lunch, I walked into Bear Pals, greeted everyone in the quad, and then sat down next to my buddy Morris, who was eating his school lunch. I looked down and noticed Morris's shorts with weird little white lines and pockets on the outside of the shorts. I just looked and said, "Morris, your shorts are on inside out." And Morris just looked, "Okay." And he kept eating his food, pockets out and everything. Morris didn't even think twice, and he taught me an important lesson that I'll take with me from Poly: to confidently commit to being myself. When I made my comment to Morris, I was thinking, are you really gonna wear those shorts inside out? And without hesitation, Morris just said, yes, I am. Now, let me ask all of you, seniors, as you go out into the world, are you really going to wear your proverbial shorts inside out? Students, staff, family, everyone in the audience, please repeat this phrase after me. Yes, we are. During the pandemic, freshman year, teachers and parents questioned, are they really able to learn and interact with each other online? But we adapted to sitting at the computer, powering through assignments, and finding ways to connect without in-person interaction. Again, say it with me. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We returned to a school we had never set foot on. Upperclassmen doubted us, maybe our social skills, maybe our commitment to school culture, and they thought, are they really going to understand what it's like to be a Poly Bear? But we jumped into sports, clubs, music, theater, academics. We made new friends, reconnected with old ones, and built up the school community to make up for the time we had missed. Say it with me. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We struggled with growing up, taking on school, learning how to drive, jobs, family responsibilities, and so much more. Our parents thought, are they mature enough? Are they responsible? Are they really able to balance it all? But we managed our time. We studied hard and partied even harder. Again, say it. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We wrote essays telling our life stories, asked teachers for recommendations, compiled pros and cons lists weighing our options for plans after high school. We mourned the death of our beloved teacher, Miss Rahman, fought senioritis and eventually gave in, had our last epic Poly homecoming, prom, and senior sunset, all while wondering, are we really good enough to accomplish our goals? Yes, we are. Seniors, we have come so far. We have worked incredibly hard, but there is still so much more to do. So today, let us ask ourselves, what wisdom for life have we gained from our time at Poly High School? What qualities will we take with us into the real world? Who are we now, and who do we want to become? Now is the time to answer those questions with confidence. Now is the time to smash through the doors of opportunity that we once thought might be closed to us, to wear those unique pieces of our identity as a badge of honor, to take full advantage of the pride and freedom granted to us by these shiny pieces of paper we're about to receive. Now is the time to recognize that we think, therefore we are. And when and where we are met with struggle, adversity, and the inevitable people who tell us we are not, we will respond with that quiet, confident statement that perfectly encapsulates what it means to be a bear. Yes, we are. Thank you.
Okay, Riverside Poly High School class of 2024. The time has come. Mr. Lee, Ms. Hill, it is my honor to inform you that the students here today have met the requirements set forth by the Riverside Unified School District Board of Education to be graduates of Riverside Poly High School. You may now begin the handing out of diplomas.
Matthew Saludares Cook.
Melissa Gabriela Macias.
Paula Marcelina Abachilo.
Luke Joaquin Maciel.
Bailey Jean Acree.
Mia Madrigal.
Henrietta Leticia Aguayo.
Adrian Maldonado.
Margarita Aguayo Torres.
Melissa Marie Malmberg.
Emma Marie Aguilar.
Gavin Scott Manley.
Christian Aguilera.
Cesar Ramon Manso.
Shaheen Amen.
Juan David Maravilla.
Matthew Anthony Alas.
Natalie Catherine Marcial Lopez.
Nathan Cooper Albrecht.
Merari Marquez.
Neveya Desiree Alfaro.
Rafael Carlisle Martinez.
Demaje Allen.
Eduardo Omar Martinez Garcia.
Kai Allams.
Lily Jessie Mata.
Odette Berenice Almaguer.
Nicole Michaela Mateljan.
Lyndon Altamirano.
Kenaniah James McCardle.
Bianca Maria Alvarado.
Marie Laurel McDermott.
Gabriel Matthew Alvarado.
Hannah Ray McDonough.
Justin Isaid Alvarado.
Zachary Aaron McDonald.
Carlos Jesus Alvarez.
Luca Mason McDonald.
Daniel Alvarez.
Michaela Elise McHenry.
Lennon James Alvarez.
Hayden Elise McIntosh.
Liliana Alvarez.
Jada Marie Medina.
Brianna Eileen Amlani.
Luke Joseph Majur.
Coriana Jade Anaker.
Noah Van Meehan.
Luis Alberto Anaya Bermejo.
Michael Mejia Almazan.
Rena Hernandez Angeles.
Moises Nicholas Melena.
Nereida Aparicio Robles.
Connor Melton.
Leonila Gabriela Arechiga.
Juan Luis Mendez Garcia.
Cristina Leanne Arguello.
Cynthia Mendoza.
Brian Arroyo.
Daniel Mendoza.
Isis Archery.
Savannah Miller.
David Avila.
Jaden Milner.
Lino Antonio Avila.
Emma Nicole Miranda.
Guillermo Avina Gil.
Nicholas Miranda.
Patrick Raul Ayala.
Raymond Mark Penenery.
Avery Elizabeth Bacon.
Brianna Pearl Moe.
Violet Saucedo Baeza.
Johnny Robert Monforte Jr.
Areli Jocelyn Baena.
Kenise Sanaya Lee Joyce Monroe.
Julia Rose Bailey.
Eduardo Monroy Morales.
Leah Baker.
Christian Montes.
Catherine L. Baltazar.
Alexa Annabelle Mora.
Jesse Baltazar.
Israel Joaquin Morales.
Genevieve Christine Bancroft.
Aiden Christopher Moreland.
Lucian Barr.
Isaac Moreno.
Brisa Barajas.
Tegan Moreno.
Madison Kayleen Barber Casper.
Valeria Alessandra Moreno.
Eric Jesus Barraza.
Gael Mota.
Jacob Bateman.
Rolando Javier Mota.
Bernardo Beccattini.
Nadia Aura Murguia.
Christopher Becerra.
Paris Melissa Murray.
Jacob Belmonte.
Max Myers.
Sebastian Sean Beltran.
Mixley Liliana Naranjo.
Jose Benitez Hernandez.
Hannah Lynn Nasohucks.
Lily Maria Bennett.
Sean Anthony Nava,
Isaiah Burbano,
Yvette Navarro,
Christina Lily Boca,
Eden Nelson,
Alan Santiago Bolanos del Cid,
Goku Jesse Nolasco Baena,
Angel Bonilla,
Jocelyn Novoa,
Sloan Sharon Bongard,
Ethan Daniel Olivas,
Jack Ryland Boren,
Natalie Ortiz,
Emilio Borunda,
Kevin Osorio Macias,
Nazir Boast,
Deshaun Lee Owens,
Trista Michaela Brodigam,
Emily Padilla,
Nathan Brosfield,
Misael Padilla,
Zaya Ajuri Brevard,
Isaac Israel Paez,
America Michelle Brito,
Nathaniel Enrique Pantoja,
Lena Bryson,
Melissa Paquette,
Haley Lynn Bullock,
Gregory Vartiz Parker,
William Jordan Burns,
Mary Ashley Pascual,
Corey Butterfield,
Brody Nathan Picard,
Maximiliano Benjamin Caballero,
Lisbeth Peña,
Samuel Efren Caballero,
Andrea Pérez,
Harit Sotilia Calderón,
Damien Victor Pérez,
Gilbert Jr. Calzada,
Emmanuel Pérez,
Natalia Benita Calzada,
Jasmine Pérez,
Francisco Camacho,
Adrian John Pérez Renteria,
Nova James Camacho,
Alexis Peterson,
José Manuel Camacho Gallardo,
Tyler Lawrence Peterson,
Emily Ruby Camacho Sanchez,
Jacob Brian Pettit,
Tristan Michael Campbell,
Delaney Ray Pfeiffer,
Angel Campos,
Caleb Ryan Phillips,
José Campos Mundo,
Isaac Daniel Phillips,
Derek Canales,
Jasmine Elizabeth Phillips,
Frankie Alice Carranza,
Kian Nicholas Phipps,
Kingston Carrasco,
Jackson Pilliter,
Eros Abraham Carizal Sanchez,
Alondra Plasencia,
Sofia Antoinette Caruso,
Pablo Agustín Plaza,
Daniel Alejandro Casas,
Rena Marie Police,
Amanda Lee Case,
Dallin Polson,
George Isaac Casillas,
Eva Margaret Prince,
Alyssa Emily Casiosi,
Nathan Charles Probst,
Alicia Janine Castañeda,
Holly Ann Pulley,
Brianna Jade Castaneda.
Caitlin Putnam.
Chloe Marie Castañeda.
Faith Quezada.
Rihanna Natalia Castañeda.
Angelina Monique Quintero.
Alisa Castillo.
Lucas D'Angelo Quintero.
Ulises Miguel Castillo.
Aiden Nathaniel Ramirez.
Abigail Cheeks Casares.
Anthony Shane Ramirez.
Christian Celis.
Destiny Rose Ramirez.
Jolina Marie Cerda.
Jacob Anthony Ramirez.
Austin Charette.
Nicholas Levi Ramirez.
Amelia Magdalena Chavez.
Raylina Virginia Ramirez.
Elias Marcos Chavez III.
Michelle Guadalupe Ramirez Gutierrez.
Zachary Isaiah Chavez.
Stephanie Ashley Ramirez Mendez.
Celia Isabel Chavez.
Leslie Ramirez Molina.
Zeta Patricia Chavez.
Abigail Ramirez Cerritos.
Carlos Emanuel Cifuentes.
Julissa Rhea Vargas.
Sofía Jacqueline Cisneros.
Matthew Christian Reboledo.
Madeline Rose Clark.
Sydney Gabrielle Reed.
Aiden Joseph Cochran.
Julianne Rachel Reed.
Amaya Janae Conway.
Angel Rakenna.
Madeline Jasmine Cortez.
Damian Xavier Reyes.
Nathan Joseph Coda.
Tony R. Reyes.
Saviana Justine Cotterill.
Andrew Edward Reynoso.
Noah Andrew Cox.
Alina Rico.
Isaac Benjamin Crawford.
Vincent Edward Riggins Witherow.
Madeline Crippen Burgess.
Carol Rivera.
Samantha Rose Cripps.
Grace Marie Robinson.
California Love Cubillas.
Jaden Elijah Robinson.
Charlotte Autumn Cuellar.
Maya Haley Robinson.
Alfredo Curiel.
Elizabeth Aurelie Robledo Aguilar.
Leonardo Marcos Davis.
Brooklyn Elaine Mestas.
Simone Davis.
Daniel Smiley Rodriguez.
Harley Aaron Davison.
Isaiah Manuel Rodriguez.
Autumn Rain Dawson.
Cassandra Mendoza Rodriguez.
Miranda Alea Denava.
Marco Antonio Rodriguez.
Parker Jet Deanda.
Emily Ryan Rogers.
Tobias Del Real.
Adrian Rojas.
Nia Dominique Denton.
Jocelyn Christina Romero.
Caden Matthew DiVincenzo.
Jorge Luis Romero.
Carly Aaron Diaz.
Francisco Rojas.
Melissa Isabel Diaz.
Janessa Janelli Rosas.
Malia Jade Douglas.
Jocelyn Rosas Ramirez.
Colleen Nicole Dowell.
Angelina Courtney Rubalcaba.
Ryan Anthony Driscoll.
James Dean Rubio.
Kaylin Joseph Duke.
Isaac Alejandro Ruelas.
Paige Dunbar.
Ariel Ruezga.
Noah Covington Duncan.
Michael Alexander Ruiz.
Jordan Anthony Dunlap.
Haley Marie Russo.
Jaden Din.
Madison Lee Saberniak.
Ana Maite Guadalupe Echeverria Higuera.
Arlene Jacqueline Saucedo.
Shirley Ann Elliott.
Haley Isabella Saucedo.
Ember Ray Enriquez.
Talon Edward Samowski.
Ivan Sebastian Ikiwa.
Lauren Sample.
Jackson James Erickson.
Lila Sample.
Evan Joseph Espinosa.
Crystal Leandro Sanchez.
Zenaida Adela Esteban.
Danashi Genesis Sanchez.
Alexa Sabrina Estrada.
Jessica Sanchez.
Iván Eduardo Estrada.
Jack Sanchez.
Jake William Evans.
Nathan Blaze Sanchez.
Aiden Farfan.
Raimundo Antonio Sanchez.
Giovanni Gustavo Fernandez.
Kana Gregory Chance.
Victoria Leanne Filihia.
Connor Evan Shimsky.
William Noah Firetag.
Adelaide Schrader.
Daniel Samuel Flores.
Lily M. Seeger.
Isaiah Flores.
Tyler Addison Seagraves.
Michelle Flores Monfil.
Jack O'Neill Shaw.
Nicholas Anthony Emmett Flores.
Emma Joelle Shields.
Jordan Reginald Francis.
Kendall Anaya Schindler.
Jackson Dean Francisco.
Tawheed Shirzad.
Samantha K. Franson.
Jeremy Sigmund Roberts.
Nicholas Jacob French.
Samantha Jean Sierra.
Delina Lindsay Furbush.
Jeremy Minimi Sufuentes Solis.
David Peter Ferdui.
Ryan Kendall Sicklock.
Mia Ray Denise Gaines.
Eric Daniel Silva Marquez.
Alejandro Galindo.
Estrella Maria Silverio.
Eddie Cabrera Gallardo.
Nyla Marie Silverman.
Andrew Garcia.
Madeline Grace Cisco.
David Richard Garcia.
Allison Jones Smith.
Diego Rubel Garcia.
Latrell Ezio Smith.
Maximilian Diego Garcia.
Sarah Janelle Smith.
Martina Garcia Bernasconi.
Sophia Diana Smith.
Alexa Garcia Salazar.
Tatiana Vanessa Smith.
Destiny Alexandra Herman.
Adriana Isabel Solares.
Estela Christine Geddes.
Diego Enrique Solis.
Athena Bianca Gazarian.
Catalina Renee Solis.
Pascal Suzanne Gibbs.
Jonathan Sante Lopez.
Onyx Gilroy.
Gavin Sparks.
Gabriel Angel Gomez.
Robert Von Stenson.
Giselle Ray Gomez.
Jaden Nala Stevenson.
James David Ruiz Gomez.
Keaton William Stokely.
Samia Dayanara Gomez.
Riley Ann Sturgis.
Antonio Gonzalez.
Subriar, right? Joseph Subriar.
Jordan Paige Gonzalez.
Jaden Sujimara.
Natalia Marie Gonzalez.
Harrison Summerhour.
Victor Manuel Gonzalez Jr.
Lucas Sweeney.
Mateo Alexander Gonzalez Mateo.
James Tafoya.
Domingo Mateo Gonzalez Nicolas.
Kira Tekanaga.
Alejandro Gonzalez Ceja.
Felicity Marie Tatum.
Ismael Gordillo.
Jewel Ann Tatum.
Haley Lynn Gore.
Max Tejeda.
Isaac Andrew Garcia.
Haley Jane Tharp.
Caitlin Graham.
Haley Marie Thomas.
Melina Granados.
Jashawn Maurice Thomas.
Asia Najee Green.
Caroline Ann Timko.
Juliet Naomi Gudino.
Kaylee Ryan Tim.
Gabriel Richard Guerrero.
Kayana Lolacio Timo.
Aubrey Janae Gutierrez.
Caden Tony.
Liber Estefania Gutierrez.
Angelica Darlene Torres.
Maya Jocelyn Gutierrez.
Austin Martine Torres.
Olivia Marisol Gutierrez.
Samantha Torres.
Adrian Jacob Guzman.
Siobhan Torres.
Esmeralda Guadalupe Guzman.
Stephanie Torres Arroyo.
Madeline Michelle Guzman.
Skylar Jackson Townsend.
Liliana Terez Haj.
Christina Emily Trailer.
Achilles Mose Toshen Alexander Halcon Velasquez.
Matthew Trujillo.
Jake Halstead.
Ronaldo Trujillo.
Alyssa Hamill.
Matthew Turcott.
Viraktida Hong.
Lauren Josephine Ehrlich.
Catherine Judith Harbor.
Felix Valdez.
Russell Harden.
Melanie Lizette Valencia.
Piper Irene Harris.
Africa Naomi Valencia Ruiz.
Devin Harrison.
Dominic Samuel Valenti.
Miranda Hart.
Victoria Valenzuela.
Chloe Hayes.
David Vargas.
Nevaeh Janae Henderson.
Ivana Joanne Vargas.
Connor Hermanson.
Andrea Vasquez.
Eileen Judith Hernandez.
Nadalyn Vasquez.
Alexa Aurora Hernandez.
David Velasquez.
Edgar Manuel Hernandez.
Luisa Veloz.
Jesselyn Alexandra Hernandez.
Brandon Vincente.
Leslie Carolina Hernandez.
Nicholas Vidanes.
Michael Alexander Hernandez.
Ava Jean Vigras.
Tarja Scarlett Hernandez.
Anthony Villa.
Phoenix Robert Hernandez Ramos.
Michaela Villa.
Adeline Hernandez Rodriguez.
Giovanni Isaiah Villarreal.
Christian Michael Herrera.
Jesriel Solomon Villatoro.
Max Andrew Hill.
Andrina Villegas.
Harmony Hinojosa.
Corey Villamontes.
Stella Hoffert.
Krista Ann Wall.
Maya Bell Hooker.
Keith Rafael Wainwright.
Rodrigo Huerta.
Libby Isabel Rose Waltz.
Mason Immortal.
Zuri Shalom Washington.
Anya Isabel Ivy Kerwin.
Mackenzie Taylor Watkins.
Christopher Jacinto Caballero.
Madeline Victoria Webb.
Alyssa May Jacobson.
Matthew Wong.
Karina Coco Jaimes.
Jenny Florence White.
Genesee Alondra Jaimes.
Ava Elizabeth Wild.
Keen Michael Jameson.
Faith Rose Williams.
Remington Sinclair January.
Roland Victor Wilson.
Julian Isaiah Yasso Ortega.
Natalie Kathleen Winrow.
Miles Benjamin Jerry.
Scott Winrow.
Samantha Jimenez.
Anastasia Sachiko Wong.
Emily Jocelyn Jimenez Martinez.
Noah Luis Woodard.
Madison Lucille Jers.
Austin Wolfook.
Gabriella K. Johnson.
Jack Kosler Wright.
Hannah Lee Johnson.
Hatsia Leilani Yepes.
Jacob J.J. Johnson.
Brendan Youngkin Bevilacqua.
Lejean Ivian Johnson.
Adam Benjamin Urangarai.
John Jeffrey Joseph.
Isabel Catherine Urangarai.
Amber Nicole Kastner.
Jaime Antonio Zamora.
Caitlin Elizabeth Kennedy.
Freddie Zaragoza.
Jacob Isaac Knox.
Kevin Zaragoza.
Declan Brennan Kohler.
Lily Zaragoza.
Claire Marie Kunzman.
Nicole Dior Zaragoza.
Elizabeth Lara.
Cynthia Renee Zarate.
Noah Lamont.
Jose Juan Zavala.
Jaden Gabriel Lodi.
David Zink.
Alma Lomas Karaman.
Addison Reagan Zyber.
Emma Lomas Karaman. Ava Solimar Lopez. Aiden Lowe. Eduardo Fabian Lozano. Robert Jess Lozano. Luis Alejandro Luapaz. Xavier Troy Lucas. Joshua James Ludwig. Jasmine Sarah Lugo. Moises Ray Lujuano Romo. Jeremiah Sean Luna. Sophia Estelle Luna. And Michael Juan.
We want to read one final name. Due to an unfortunate circumstance, Antonio Miguel Buwan. We have yours right here. Would the graduates of Riverside Poly High School class of 2024 please stand? Parents, friends, just a quick reminder as tonight comes to an end, please make sure you exit through the gates. Your graduates will meet you out on the soccer field out behind the stadium where they entered. A long-standing tradition is the moving of the tassel. This tradition symbolizes your transition from high school student to graduate. At this time, would you please move your tassel from the right side of your cap to the left side of your cap? Dignitaries, staff, family members, and guests, I proudly present to you the latest group of alumni from Riverside Poly High School, the graduated class of 2024. Congratulations.
I thought that was 125. Okay, so great job, everybody.